So the next topic, which is nothing but your total internal reflection. So what happens exactly in total internal reflection? What are the important conditions in total internal reflection? So obviously the first thing you can see over here, this is O, which is the source of your light, which is going to emit the light. So the different cases which we have considered. So obviously this is the interface. Let's say it is the interface, and the light will travel from this denser medium. So this is denser, this is rarer. So if the ray of light is perpendicular to that interface, it will not get bent, it will move as it is. Then if I just consider the second ray, yeah, so it is moving from denser to rarer, so it will move away from the normal. Yeah, so this is your angle of incidence. Now further you have to increase the angle of incidence. So at a particular point you will find that the angle of refraction becomes exactly 90 degree. Yeah, so as I goes on increasing the value of angle of incidence, I will find that the angle of refraction also starts increasing, and for a particular value of your angle of incidence, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. That value of angle of incidence, we are going to call it as a critical angle. Yeah, so this is very important definition. So that is nothing but your critical angle. So this critical angle is nothing but the value of your angle of incidence. Yeah, so it is denoted by IC, the value of your angle of incidence for which your angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. Yeah, so in that condition, so definitely the ray grazes along that interface, and we can say that, yeah, obviously, so this is nothing but the critical angle. So once we got the value of your critical angle, the next thing what you have to do further, you have to further increase the angle of incidence. Then you will find that the ray will not enter into the second medium. Yeah, so instead of that, it will get reflected into the same medium. Yeah, so if you increase the value of angle of incidence beyond critical angle, the ray will again reflected into the same medium. It will not enter into the another medium, so it will get reflected in the same medium. So that we are going to call it as a total internal reflection. So the two important conditions which I have just written over here. Yeah, so definitely what we can say that, yeah, so that angle of incidence, yeah, so definitely you can say that your angle of incidence should be greater. Yeah, so definitely again this angle of incidence should be greater than the critical angle. So this angle of incidence should be greater than that of your critical angle. So this is the first case. Yeah, so this is obviously the first case you have to consider. So I should be greater than IC. Yeah, okay, so that is the important condition. And the second case, obviously the ray has to travel from denser to the rarer medium. So the ray of light has to travel from the denser to rarer medium. So these are the two important conditions for the total internal reflection. So that is what we can say about this total internal reflection. The same thing which we have given over here. The ray of light is traveling from glass to air. Yeah, so slowly you have to increase the value of angle of incidence. Then according to that, the value of angle of refraction also gets increased. Then for a particular value of angle of incidence, it is found that the angle of refraction becomes exactly 90 degree. That value of angle of incidence, we are going to call it as a critical angle. Yeah, then you have to increase the angle of incidence beyond critical angle. Then you will find that it will get reflected into the same medium, the one which I have shown by that blue color, and the one which I have shown by the red color, where that is nothing but the critical angle. So this is how it will get reflected into the same medium. Now the next, we have to find the relation between critical angle and refractive index. So how we are just going to find that relation? So obviously it is traveling from denser to rarer. Yeah, fine. So let's say that is a mu2, mu1. Yeah, fine. So this is again sine I upon sine r. Then this one you can write it down mu2. Obviously now it is a rarer. Mu1 is the denser. Sine I upon sine r. So first thing, let when I becomes IC, the value of r becomes 90 degree. So you just put this value, that is a mu2 upon mu1, then sine IC, and again that is 90 degree, which is 1. Again the refractive index mu2, which is the rarer medium. If it is air, for air it is obviously 1. Then 1 upon mu in general, you can write it down, that is a sine IC. So this is an important formula, mu is equals to 1 upon sine IC. Yeah, or IC also you can write it down as a sine inverse of 1 upon mu. Yeah, so this is what is the relation between that critical angle and refractive index of the medium.